Hey guys, welcome to week 4. Wanted to provide a brief update regarding this week's content as well as kind of a heads up for next week as we have a lot going on in week 5. This week is focused on the immune system. This, I would say, is arguably the most important chapter in this book. As we know, a lot of clinical pathologies for general medical conditions stem from immune system issues. So this is a chapter I really want you to focus on. There's also a PowerPoint you'll need to review that corresponds to chapter 4. And you also have, I think, 6 or 7 videos to review that are relatively short. You do not have an assignment for this week. However, you do have a discussion board. So that will focus on a clinical pathology as well as a differential diagnosis. Now, this week when you're commenting on your classmates' post, I don't really want to see things like I agree or I believe you or I think you're correct. That doesn't help your classmates grow. So one thing I really want you guys to focus on is when you're responding to your classmates' posts, ask them some questions. You've been doing a really good job of that last week. I think you've really stepped up your engagement for discussion boards, but this week, try to challenge your classmates a little bit. Ask questions to hopefully get them to think a little bit deeper in their pathology that they posted about. So again, nice work on the discussion board next week. Let's keep it going with really thoughtful and engaging questions and move a little bit away from just agreeing with your classmates, because we want to make sure everybody's engaged and is learning. In terms of week 5, a couple things to note. You have 2 long-term assignments in this class. You have a group project and you have an individual project. Both assignment descriptions as well as both rubrics will be posted next week. So just a heads up, in terms of planning, next week is really going to be focused on the long-term assignments of this class, as well as exam 1. Exam 1 will open next week in Module 5 and will cover chapters 1, 2, and 4. So wanted to give you a heads up that that is coming next week. If you want to review chapter 1, chapter 2, and then really focus again, like I said, on chapter 4 this week, I think that would be wise. One thing to note as well is you do have optional revisions on your exams on all questions. So again, just ensure you're really focusing on chapter 4. That will be the majority of the questions on the exam. So wanted to just kind of give you a heads up for next week. Focus on chapter 4 and the immune system. Please reach out with any questions and looking forward to reading your discussion boards.